Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I apologize for the delay. It's been quite a busy day, but good afternoon nonetheless. We're going to discuss YMAX and YMAG. We're going to do some dividend estimates plus catch up on our spreadsheet analysis here. So to start things off, let's go over here and let me find my YMAX versus YMAG spreadsheet. We are a couple weeks behind on this. Does anybody know, by the way, a streamlined place where they keep the dividend history of these funds? Let me just announce the Discord that I'm going live. It would definitely make things easier if we had like a streamlined site, for all of these. But nonetheless, let me go ahead and share what I have here. So there's going to be a little bit of a workshop, and we're going to make some projections as well. So right now, same average that we've been going with. It's going to be around, I would say, 20 cents projected for YMAX, and also for YMAG. We are on, no, we had that was a couple weeks ago, but I'm going to say around, I'll take the high point of it. Let me do this, factor out these, do a quick average here. I'm on Windows, so it makes it much easier. So we got these, so this is going to skew it higher in terms of the average. So I would say 21 cents for YMAG as well. Okay, so let's do this here. Dividend history. Okay, there's so many sources of information, but yet it's like we have too many and we're still not fully efficient with it. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this week, the predictions I just made are for the week that's payable on the 31st, which is this Friday. Okay, so we have had since the last one, let's see, 13.95. I've got the NASDAQ side up here. That was actually a pretty easy find. Didn't even really need to ask you all for that. Okay, so the last one we recorded here was 13.95 cents. According to this site, let's see, according to this site over here, since then we've had 2 more weeks and we're about to get our 3rd week. Okay, so let's go ahead and update. So we had 11 cents on the 16th declared, and then 17 cents on the 23rd. So let's do those two first. Okay, so we want to add 2 more weeks over here. Over here. I am going to add for the LFGY as well very soon. So we want to do this one. You know what? I might just even add LFGY while we're at it. Okay, so we're going to do, we're going to breeze through 2 weeks really quick here. So it was 0.1118, and then it was 0.172. So 0.172. Okay, let's center these. I know you all know I like the 4 decimal points. So let's center these over here and then do this one. Okay, and then we had, oh, that was a mistake. With 5, 5, 5. We had 4 trading days this week. Not that this matters. So what we do, for those of you that are new, we take these dividends, we make them monthly. So this would be a monthly 48 cents, monthly 75 cents. So we redo this on a weekly rotating basis. We determine what they would be annually. So here would be 581, and then the prior week would be 894. We take the share price as it was during that time. This is going to be the challenge here. It's already a challenge doing it weekly, but of course, when you're 2 weeks behind, makes it even more of a challenge. Okay, so we want to look at first the 16th. So it was around 1658 on the 16th. 1658, we'll say. And then on the 23rd, we were at like, let's see, 1697. Okay. Percent yield 35% this week, 52% this week. Price change, we lost 68 cents in that 2 weeks ago. We gained 39 cents of it back. To take the average, this is our average dividend yield here. We need to add in these 2 more weeks. Well, we'll do G19 first so we get that number. So that average was 56. Just so you all know what I'm doing. Oh, this is aggravating. See, it's still. I'm doing G19 first so that we actually have it for that week. So it was 56.95%. And then it dropped just by 0.22, so 56.73, factoring in last week. On a hypothetical $100,000 invested, this would buy us, if we were doing this brand new, this would buy us 6,031 shares 2 weeks ago, 5,893 1 week ago. This would be 674 2 weeks ago, and $1,013.55 and weekly dividends if you had $100,000 invested as of last week. That would be annualized 35,064 cents 2 weeks ago, and then last week it would have been 52,704.77. Now, if we add these two together, what we're looking at here, and of course I need to add in all the way to B20. So B20 divided by F2, the original share price. This is why we're dividing by F2 up here, because the original share price is 1760. So we've realized a 20.78% return. The price change, which we're subtracting from the return here. So the net realized return is actually 18.85%. What we need to do here actually is move these down by 2. So we're going to move this down over here. Okay. And then so this is going to be now these two. So this plus that, and then divided by 19, because we are 19 weeks into this one now. So as you all see, our weekly return has now dropped below 1%, but still very, very close to 1%. So if we annualize this, that's 51.58% annualized. So our weekly return, this is doing way better than CDs and money markets. 1% a week, folks, is phenomenal. So that sums it up for YMAX. Now we're going to look at YMAG. This one's easier because all I have to do is move these down too. And then we can do, let's see, 1, 2, over here. As we know, the 4th week over here is, see, I do it in red because, hold on a second here. Last week was 4 trading days. Let's center all of these. And then I forgot to move this one down, so let's do that. Over here would be this one. Okay, so for YMAX, or for YMAG rather, let's look at this one. The NASDAQ site is pretty good. Okay, so for YMAG, we just go to dividend history. So it was an even 5 cents 2 weeks ago, and then it was an even 10 cents. So that they doubled the 5 cents. How about that? So it was an even 5 cents, literally with no other decimal point. So they kind of just threw that one out there. Let's look here. Hi, Honest Banker, love NVDY and PLTY. Yeah, those are good ones, right? Back the truck up yesterday on NVDY. I actually heard people say that like 2 years ago. 51% per year is great. Indeed, right? Okay, so for this one, okay, so we've got 5 cents. 0.05 and then 0.1002. So literally this one, there's no other decimal points. We'll still expand it out to 4, but they made it a lot more even. Okay, so weekly, this is 22 cents, or excuse me, monthly, 22 cents, then 43 cents. Annualized is 260 and 521, so very low. And then Let's see, on the 16th, it was trading at 1867. And then on the 23rd, it was 1890. So we've fallen out of the 20th century as far as our stock price. Okay, so then this was 2 weeks ago, 13.93%. See the drastic drop there? Wow, and then 27.57% a week later. Stock price dropped, or rather, fund price dropped 45 cents, then went up another 23 cents. Now we want to take 3 weeks, because we didn't do this the last week we did this. So that is going to be, we'll skip out, let's see, we went G39, then we went G40. So 46.65, and then G41, 45.65. This one we want to take in, factor in the last 2 weeks. So to include B41, 16.82%, 45.65, and then this is going to be F39 minus rather F41 minus F23 divided by F23. And then, so that's 1.41% down. On a hypothetical $100,000 invested, again, we're doing 2 weeks in a row here. That is 5,356 shares in week 1, 5,291 in week 2. 268 would be our weekly dividend here, and then 530 in the last week. This would be an annualized income of 13,926.08, and then 27,568.25 over here. Now, if we add both of these together, the net realized return here, we have a clear winner. It's YMAX. 15.42% is the net realized rate of return. So keep in mind there's a net realized rate of return and then a projected rate of return. So keep all of that in mind as well. Okay, so that was divided by F2. And then F23. I had to change something over here. Oh, let me see if I did this one properly. Nope, I need to adjust this one up here. I figured I did the same thing. It's F20. So that's actually 3.58%. So that skewed my number. So we still have a winner though, but some of the numbers are different. It's 0.91 weekly and then 47% annually. Still not too bad. Now this one, what are the odds this would be exactly the same? It can't be, because it's divided by 19 now. So now we're down to 0.81% weekly. We couldn't sustain the 1%, folks. Oh well, but we're still close to it. 0.81 is still close. 42.19% weekly. And now the final verdict, the thing that you all are here for the most, this is going to be, well, let's go ahead and do this for the last week, since we are 2 weeks behind. L19 plus L40. So what this is saying is this: if you were to take $200,000 and invest it evenly among these two funds, you would have had 2 weeks ago an annualized income of $49,000 if we round up, and that is a 32.62% rate of return. And then let's do it for this week. L20 plus L41. So we're back in business here on this one, and that's because we had a 10-cent dividend in YMAG instead of a 5-cent. So this means that on a combined $200,000 portfolio split evenly, 50-50 among these two funds, if you were to invest as of last week, you would have an annualized income of $80,273.03. So to a lot of people, that's more than a full-time income, if not a full-time income, and a decent full-time income. So that's that, folks. That is going to sum it up for our YMAX and YMAG coverage. While I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and add LFGY. We'll be doing this one next. We've got actually 2 weeks of dividends to disseminate with this one. Let me just do this instead. So we're going to have LFGY, LFGY. We'll take that red out of there. We'll make that black. So yeah, that'll be our next video. We're going to be disseminating the LFGY dividends, and these are weekly, so these will be part of this tab. I'll name it YMAX versus YMAG versus LFGY. Actually, there's 4 of them, so let's call it YMAX YMAG LFGY. And then what's the other one? Let me look real quick on the trusty laptop over here. I just forgot the ticker. You know what I'm thinking about doing too? I'm thinking about doing like an intro video on YieldMax just for beginners, just so that beginners can understand. The site doesn't want to come up. Anyway, well, you know what? I can do that on my own time. As far as this video, that's going to do it. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Let's see. YBTC is doing great. Absolutely. Greetings. A little late, huh? Why did the YMAX shares go down in the last week? Or did you mean to put 52.56? It's because the price fluctuates. That's why. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for tuning in again. Like, comment, and subscribe. Join Discord. We will see you all in the next video. By the way, I might be having Howard Chan of what's it called now? Shoot, I'm drawing a blank. Curve funds throwing us a curve, right? I might have him on tonight. So stay tuned for that. Take care. Bye.